Hi, guys, welcome back to another episode of Layers of Becoming with me, Winnie. Guys, so welcome back. And I just want to pray and hope that you've been well. I've been okay, I've been doing well, just on my self discovery stroke becoming her journey. And I just want to welcome you on this new episode. We are on episode 4, and guys, I just want to welcome you kindly. If you've liked our previous episode, if you've not watched, kindly go and watch, kindly subscribe, kindly share, guys, and thank you so much for meeting us today. So let me, if you're new here, my name is Winnie. I'm the host of Layers of Becoming. It's just a podcast stroke, a digital diary of me sharing the things that I've learned so far in my journey of becoming. So I get to share what I've learned with you guys. I get to talk about what I've learned so far, and it's been a real blessings to me because even as I do the videos, I feel like I'm also gaining a lot. I'm also learning a lot. I've become better within a short period of time. I'm telling you, it's like 1 month. I've become better. I've improved. And I'm just on this journey of becoming. And I just want to welcome you guys to be on this journey with me. So, today's episode, we are talking about the version of me that was before I started on this journey. And on this episode, I just want to share my experience or what really led me to be on this journey. I know I haven't done a video of that, so that's why I'm sharing with you this, the person that I was before I started this journey. And for starters, I am a crochet artist, but I want to build a fashion brand, so I'm working on that. I don't really like being labeled as a crochet artist because I feel like my identity is much more than being a crochet artist. And we will have a conversation on that. But that's why I needed you guys to understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, so the person that I was before being before coming to this journey was, I was someone who used to complain a lot. And I mean, I was someone who used to complain a lot. I was someone who would, any little thing that happened, I'd complain about the food, I'd complain about my friends, I'd complain about anything. I'd just be someone who was complaining. You know, when you're someone who's always complaining, you can't see the good in anything. So that was me before. I used to complain a lot. And there was this time I was attending an event, and that event was a 7-day event. So I met these two girls. We became friends. So we used to be those girls who would kind of like judge. I mean, yeah, now that I think of it, I'm like, nah, that wasn't cool at all. So me and these girls would sit, would complain about how the event was, would always find faults on the events, until one day I was sitting down on my bed and I was like, no, is this the kind of person that I want to be? Because you find that you complain about, oh, today there was no this in the food, oh, this person is teaching in this kind of way that I don't like, I don't understand. And it was so bad because we would even complain about our, I'm so ashamed, guys. I'm really, really ashamed. Please don't come for me. We'd complain about our fellow. Was it? Can I say cosmates? No, they were not really cosmates. But yeah, they were friends who they're not really like my friends, but they were people who we met because we are in a conference. So there are people we met, and so we are complaining about how they were doing their things, and it was so bad. So that was me before coming on coming to this journey. or someone who was complaining a lot. I'd complain about the food. Even at home, I'd be like, oh, the food is so bad. Oh, the food is like this. You just find things to complain about. And let me tell you guys, if you're someone like me who loved to complain, you know that you can't find anything good in anything. Even if the food is made for a king, you'll still find fault. So that was me before becoming, on this journey of becoming. Number two, I was someone who was people pleasing a lot. And I mean a lot, guys, a lot. I would people please. So if someone told me that, oh, Winnie, can you do this for me? I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to even just say that, okay, I can do it later, I'm busy now. I was really, really people pleasing. And when you're in that state, guys, it's not the best state to be, because you find yourself doing a lot of things that you don't want to do, and yet you have to do it because you don't want the person to be angry at you, or you don't want the person to say that, oh, you've changed, or you've become this, you've become that. No. So you tend to just say yes to everything. Whatever they tell you, you just say, okay, yeah, I will do it. Like there's this one time, a friend of mine, she needed money, and I didn't really have money to give. I think I had like my last cash, but because I don't know how to say no, I remember giving it, and I ended up borrowing the money from another friend of mine. And that's just how I was. So if you needed my help, I'd be there. It doesn't matter whatever I'm doing, I'd just be there. So I was someone who was really, really people pleasing. Another person that I was someone who was people opinionated. Can I say that? Like someone who would, people's opinion mattered to me. If someone told me that, oh, Winnie, that dress doesn't look good on you, I'd just be like, oh yeah, I'd remove it. But I feel good in that dress. It doesn't make sense. I feel good in it. So whatever your opinion is, to be honest, I get it. Sometimes people's opinion are good, but you need to find a boundary. You need to find a boundary between when someone's opinion is too much and when it's okay. Like you have to have a boundary, because I remember my friends, they'll be like, okay, let's do this, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's do it. People's opinion really mattered in my life. Like if someone told me that, okay, we need this hairstyle to look good on you, I would do it because this person told me that hairstyle looked good on me. If someone told me that, okay, let's make this financial decision, I'd make it because I would think in my head that this person is right. And I think at that point I had this, like right now when I think about it, it's kind of like stupid, but it happened. I used to believe that I used to believe people, basically. So if you told me you're a good person, I'd basically believe it. If you told me, I was that kind of a person, because I didn't understand why you'd lie. But you see, there's a difference. People's actions and their words are different. You have to check their actions more rather than their words. So that was the kind of person that I was. I was also someone who was very fearful. I used to fear to talk. I used to fear to, say whatever is in my head, because I would always feel like, oh, this person is gonna judge me, or they're not gonna accept me. I'm someone who loves to talk. I'm someone who loves to share ideas. I'm someone who loves to listen to podcasts, to read books. So I kind of have in kind of like some knowledge here and there, but I'd always find myself shrinking. Like I'd shrink myself to make another person like be elevated, because I always felt like, oh yeah, maybe my opinions don't matter, or they don't get me, those kinds of things. So that was the kind of person that I was before I started on this journey. Another thing, the kind of person that I was, I feel like I was the kind of person who was really not driven, but I was someone who was mass driven, not self driven. So if my friends say that, oh, we're gonna wake up in the morning at 5 a.m., let's do some exercise, I do it. But at the end of the day, you have to have that self drive, because it's about you, it's not about them. And there was a lot of things about me that happened. So there's a lot of things about me that I didn't like previously. And another thing about me that I didn't really like, or the kind of person that I was before, I was someone who really overshared. Like, I mean, like, really, really overshared. And I'm not talking about like small oversharing. I'm talking about big oversharing. I'm talking about your family, talking about everything that literally happens. And I kind of like realized most of my friends didn't really share their problems or their wins or their gains with me, you know. And that was something that I actually had to, like, what I did to overcome it was I kind of like took a step back, and I left social media for a while, because I used to overshare a lot, like a lot. Like, when you meet someone and you're like, hey, where are you going? And that person is telling you, oh, I'm going from here to here, or oh, I've been doing that. Was me. Like, literally, you'd meet me on the road and then you'd ask me, like, oh, hi, Winnie, how are you? And I tell you that, oh, I'm good, but maybe I'm going to town, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you're like, okay, bro, no one asked you. So that was the kind of person that I was before I became, like, I started this journey. So I just want to share with you guys like the kind of person that I was before, and really what triggered, or really what made me to start this journey. Because like I said, I'm doing a podcast. It's not a podcast kinda, but it is. Hopefully one day we're gonna host some big people here, and we're gonna do some amazing content. But yeah, we are still on the road. Yeah, so the reason why I started Layers of Becoming is because I realized that in the journey of becoming, you don't just come from 0 to 10. You don't just come from, you don't come from 0 to 10. You have to start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. There's a process, there's that journey. That's why I'm calling it layers of becoming, where we are unraveling each and every layer that personally I've experienced. I've had my friends talk about it in this journey of becoming. The journey of becoming, it's a really lifelong journey. Every day you have to choose to improve yourself, because that day that you don't improve yourself, my dear, it will cost you. Like they say, time is money. At the end of the day, every time that you spend in improving yourself, it's also somehow kind of like money. Like if you decide to improve on your confidence today, whether you see results or not, there's a day that it's gonna help. There's a day that there's a day that you're gonna see the fruit of everything that you've labored. Like, so why I decided to call this podcast, this channel, Layers of Becoming, is because of that, because there are layers in becoming. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys everything that I've learned on my journey of Layers of Becoming, as a 25-year-old who's trying to become that girl that she wants to be, that boss babe, that kind of vibe. So that's why I created this channel, where I share with you guys just how becoming is actually a journey. And let me tell you guys, if you're on this journey, then let's do it together, okay? So if you're on this journey, just comment, I'm on the journey, and let's do this together. Let's walk in this journey together, because it's not an easy journey. It's every day you deciding to wake up, to try and be a better version of yourself until you become that person that you want to be. And I feel like we are gonna be there, we're gonna reach there someday. We're gonna reach there, but it starts with you deciding that today I'm gonna be a better version than I was tomorrow yesterday. And I'm like that every day. Be a better you every day. Be a better you, like I told you guys in the first episode. I think it was the first or the second. You have to strive to improve by 1% every day. Improve by 1% every day. Make sure that every day you're improving. Like yesterday is not today. Your today should not be like tomorrow. Every day, just make sure you improve. And so, guys, that's from me. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much as we become. I pray and hope that we get to reach our goals. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one. Bye. Thank you so much.